couldn't be here today, I wanted to go ahead and make this video to kind of re-go over what we were supposed to do today. And so we are on the race to find the evidence. This is the first thing on your list of things that you need to do today. So on the race to find the evidence, we talked about Rosalind Franklin yesterday, and we talked about how she took this photograph, and we see this X, and the majority of the classes found out that Model 2, the double helix, was supported. Some, however, found that Model 3 could have, and it's because we see the X in both of those pictures. So we actually need one more scientist, one more piece of evidence to go ahead and make our decision on what the final model number is. And so we look at Erwin Chargaff, who discovered that the amount of adenine always equals the amount of thymine, and the amount of guanine always equals the amount of cytosine. So in other words, A is equal to T, and C is equal to G. So what you need to do is go to your different models, and you need to count the A's, the T's, the G's, and the C's. In model number 1, you're going to count the T's, you're going to count the A's, and you're going to record them. In model number 2, the double, count the A's, and the T's, and the G's, and the C's, and record them. Same thing for model number 3, the A's, the T's, the G's, the C's, and record them. Now, based on what Chargaff said, with the adenine and the thymine and the guanine and the cytosine being equal, you should be able to decide to support or reject one of those claims, one of those models. And then in the end, you need to write very briefly, you think model number blank is correct, and you need to state that here and include 3 pieces of evidence to support your idea of that model being correct. So go back to the different scientists, go back to the original that we did with the with the image that we looked at. Okay, so use those pieces of evidence to support your decision on what you're doing. Okay, after that, on blended schools, I'm going to back out of this real quick. You need to watch. We are on lesson number 3, DNA. There's the race to find the evidence lab. You're going to go down this far, okay, where it says DNA notes. You're going to open up DNA notes, and you are going to watch this video, which is me going through the notes. And you're going to watch the first 7 minutes of it and fill out the notes as you go along. Okay, won't take too long. Isn't that complicated? And then what you are going to do is you're going to complete this DNA double helix worksheet, in which I want you to do some reading. Read about Watson and Crick and establishing the structure of DNA. And then you're going to color all the thymines, which have this shape, and the adenines, this shape, the guanines, and the cytosines. Again, read, and then actually go ahead and color our structure of DNA. Okay, and then based on what we know so far, I want you to see how much of this you can fill out. Okay? And that should take you to the end of the day. When you are complete with this, go ahead and submit it on Shobi. And then if you have any extra time, work on science fair. And if you're all done with science fair, just find something to do for the remainder of time. You won't have very much of it. Okay? Again, sorry I couldn't be there. Let me know if you guys have any questions.